So I'm up late as usual. For some reason, I can never sleep on time. I'm up late at night. Anyways, if you guys like my content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe because it means the world to me. I can continue making these videos if I know you guys like my stuff, which seems like you guys do. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that good stuff, all that YouTuber stuff. But can't tell by the thumbnail, can't tell by the title, I'm gonna be talking about Devil May Cry, the good, the bad, and the ugly. All parts of it. I just watched it. I'm a month late, but let's give you guys my opinions on it. So yeah. So like I said, I'm up late at night. It's like 4 a.m. I work pretty soon. I don't know why I do this to myself. I slept most of the day. For some reason, I guess I was tired from like crunching the past week. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, I actually finished watching Devil May Cry recently. And I gotta say, you're either one of those people who's absolutely loving this series or who absolutely hates it. And there's one thing that kind of irks me about Devil May Cry. Not the series itself. It's the fact that Netflix chose to release it all at once. In my opinion, like, binging it, yeah, it's cool enough, but kind of kills the hype for the series. Unlike series where your traditional episodes drop every week and you can constantly watch it, you can agree, okay, this is pretty cool, you can talk about it. Netflix has this weird thing where they drop everything at once at times, and it kind of kills the hype for most things, and then everyone kind of forgets it ever exists. It kind of like JoJo's Stone Ocean, kind of like that one anime by Wit, Moonrise or something like that. Yeah, they have a habit of killing their own projects for some reason. However, Devil May Cry is actually one of the most popular anime originals on Netflix. It actually surpassed Cyberpunk Edge Runners for being like the most popular, which is honestly insane. And why I say you either love it or you hate it is there's two types of people that watch this. You're either one of those people that played the video games and you went straight into watching this, or you've never played the games and you watched this, then you went to go play the games. I'm one of those people who's never played the video games, so I'm gonna fall into the second category. And I have a lot of likes about this show, and I have a lot of dislikes about the show. Yeah, you can love the show. At the same time, you can be very critical of it. Same thing with the creator of Adi Shankar, or whatever his name is. I know a lot of controversy came out surrounding him, but I don't really care about that stuff. I just care about the show. And one of the main things I really enjoyed is Dante. I think Dante was a pretty cool character. He was very unique, and I know this irked a lot of people, the fact that he's not like his video game counterpart with years of experience. But this is an interpretation of the video game. It's not a direct adaptation. It's more of an interpretation. So the creator has every right to do what they want to do. Yeah, if they butcher it, yeah, sure thing, whatever. At the end of the day, it's an interpretation. It's not a direct adaptation or a direct sequel of the video game or anything like that. It's its own universe, if that makes sense. And I like the way that Dante's kind of fresh. He's kind of new. He's very new to the demon world. He doesn't know that he himself is the son of Sparta. Also, spoilers, by the way, this series has been out a month, so yeah, he doesn't know too much about devils, demons, and whatnot, and he's just now learning about how to do things. Like, this is kind of his origin story, which I found to be pretty intriguing. He has this witty, cool bit banter. He's kind of like Deadpool-esque. He's not super serious yet. This is just a very young Dante. I didn't really mind that whatsoever. What I did dislike is the fact that he barely showed up. Like, I don't know, it felt like he was more of a second or third type of character in his own show, even though he's kind of like the main star. It just felt like he was a secondary character to all the others. I feel like Lady, you know, the character everyone hates for some reason. At first, I didn't really hate her, but then towards the end of the series, I understood why a lot of people hated her, because she was just doing her job, and yeah, whatever, Lady. I mean, she's a cool character. She's kind of bad. She has a interesting background, and she was an orphan and whatnot. Like, her dad was experimenting with demons and whatnot, demon blood, and then eventually turned on his family, and that's what led to Lady joining the Ouroboros Association, or whatever that hunter is. And yeah, interesting character, not too much. You kind of feel like this plain generic character overall. I know a lot of people weren't the biggest fans of her. I thought she was pretty intriguing until, you know, she betrayed my boy Dante. It's alright, it's whatever. But the main thing I do want to discuss is the White Rabbit. When I tell you this guy carried the show extremely hard, the only reason I watched this show was because I saw so many edits of this motherfucking rabbit, and I'm just like, who is this fascinating little rabbit? I want to know more about him. And man, when we get to learn his origin, when we get to see his backstory, it's very tragic because he was a human transported from our reality to essentially hell. He was never meant to be in hell. Yet at the same time, when he was in our world, in our human world, he was bullied. He was toyed around by everyone around him. No one really cared about him. And when he entered hell, he saw how these demons were suffering. And yeah, we're not supposed to pity these demons. We're not supposed to view them, oh look, they're demons, they're sad or whatever. Demons are supposed to be the epitome of evil. Not necessarily, as we get to see different subsections. We get to see different criteria of demons, how there's higher class demons and how there's lower class demons, and the lower class demons were often bullied by the higher types of demons, kind of like a caste system type of way. So I found it really intriguing that the White Rabbit at the end of the day was essentially just trying to protect his newfound family in hell, trying to protect these demons. And when he brought people to our human world, when he tried to save them, this organization of militant humans led by the vice president said, nah, we're gonna keep everything human. We don't want no demons because this is God's world. This is the promised land for us, humanity. We do not want y'all demonic foes in our reality. So he essentially sends Lady after him to slaughter the entire demon clan that was with the White Rabbit. This is when he takes it upon himself to instill, you know what? If these humans are evil, I'm just going to become a greater evil to unleash a greater evil. They don't deserve a world like this. Even though this world is chaotic, humanity does not deserve it. It is for the demon race. It is for these people I wanted to protect. For the sake of these people, I'm going to do what I must to stop evil. I must commit a greater evil. Now, to me, his actions are both wrong at the same time. Justifiable, because yeah, people slaughtered your entire family, but does that give you the right to slaughter an entire race? This is essentially the whole dilemma of good versus evil. To commit evil, to stop an evil, you must commit a greater evil. I often disagree with that type of narrative because it just isn't right. Yeah, humanity murdered what you love. Humanity took everything from you. Yeah, you were human, but at the end of the day, you ultimately proved to be as human as everyone around you because you became the very thing you swore to destroy. Even he himself admitted, yeah, I am wrong. I am doing things I probably shouldn't. I shouldn't be experimenting on demons. I shouldn't be experimenting on my family. I shouldn't be experimenting on people. But at the end of the day, it was you, Lady. It was you who made me who I am. I am your masterpiece. And oh my gosh, when I saw that edit of him just talking, when I saw him just, I thought it was genius. I thought the fact that Lady was the one that created this type of monster, that she is the reason everything is happening, was absolutely beautiful. To me, this is one of the goldest villains of the year. I really love the White Rabbit, from his introduction to his fight sequences to his battle against Dante. I thought he was very, very fantastic. To me, he's like my favorite character of the series, of my favorite character of the year, because he was such an intriguing character. I really wish he got to live past this season. It really would have been interesting to see more of him, especially his origin in episode 6. By far one of the best things, where it's pretty much silence and you just watched actions. You don't get to see too much monologue till the end of the episode. I thought that was absolutely genius. But overall, I think it was a mixed type of series. My one complaint, I think I've seen a lot of people complain about this, is the fact that they were portraying America to be this like fascist type of dictatorship, which I'm not gonna lie, screams a lot to what's happening today. But people don't like the fact they got too political with the vice president invading hell, doing a similar parallel to Afghanistan, portraying the demons as minorities, portraying all demons aren't actually bad, they're actually just like mixed people, they're actually people with good intentions. People that really did not like that allegory. I'm kind of mixed on it because yeah, you have your interpretations of demons. There's good demons and there's bad demons. Obviously in the games, I think the demons are like straight up evil, and I think going into season 2 we're going to get more of that. But correct me if I'm wrong, I've never really played the games, so I don't really know if there's any type of good demons of sorts. But I just I kind of wish it was portrayed demons were straight up evil, but at the same time portray humanity as not the lesser of two evils, as still like a greater evil. Both are equally as evil, and it's up to Dante to choose, okay, who do I save, humanity or demon kind? Because at the end of the day, they're both gonna screw me over, and it proved them true, because even the White Rabbit tells Dante, hey, no matter what you do, humanity and demon kind are both going to reject you. You do not belong on either side of the aisle, because at the end of the day, you're free. You are not one of us. You are not neither one of us, which I really liked. Also, can we talk about how goated the vice president was in this series? Like, every time something bad would happen, he would just say, this is all God's work. I am doing God's bidding. Like, man, shut up. Like, stop being such a badass. Stop aura farming. Also, rip Kevin Conroy, because like he brought like really good voice talent to the vice president. I believe this was his actual last role before he ultimately passed away a few years ago, which honestly saddens me, because I don't think we'll get to see him again. I don't think we'll get to see him recast. Maybe we will, maybe we won't. But yeah, overall, those are my goods and my positives and my negatives about this series. Dante was kind of felt like a side character in his own show. Lady was kind of straight up annoying, but she was kind of cool at the same time. The whole political stuff really got annoying, but at the same time, it's understandable that it's an interpretation, so the creator wanted to do what he wanted with it. But the White Rabbit is probably the best thing that came out of the series. So yeah, I think the animation was fine, to be honest. At certain times the CGI was a little bit wonky, to be honest, but other than that, the soundtrack was amazing. I love how this gave me like a early 2000s vibe, like AMV type of thing. I thought that was pretty cool. Fight scenes weren't that bad, and the White Rabbit was goated. The White Rabbit is like my favorite thing in this series. Anyways, that being said, that's just the good, the bad, and the ugly of Devil May Cry. My initial thoughts on it. So what do you guys think? If you've seen the series, do you like it, do you hate it? But yeah, are you excited for season 2? Because season 2 was confirmed. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on my next one. That being said, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, or sub, whatever. I gotta go to bed. So yeah, peace.